The Wellfit TM007 looks like it was full-size treadmill that got hit with a shrink ray. It's so small, you can fit this folding treadmill almost anywhere. What's up? This is Treadmill Review Guru. I'm Kaylee, and back there we've got the TM007. It's a small treadmill, so make sure you have this video on full screen so you can see it. Jokes aside, it really is small, and the height of the console actually adjusts, which is pretty unique. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty details on this treadmill, but first let me tell you that if you aren't subscribed, you should be. We're here to help you with all your treadmill shopping. We also have treadmill workout videos you can check out and more. Then for the fine print. We are affiliates with Wellfit. They sent us this treadmill to review, and we earn a commission if you choose to purchase it using our link. It won't increase the cost of the treadmill for you. It just helps us continue to make these treadmill review videos. Now let's get back to the TM007. The TM007 has a steel alloy frame. It's 51.3 inches long, 22.3 inches wide, and 39.5 inches tall. When unfolded, that is. But that's with the uprights all the way to their shortest, and right now it's at its tallest, and it's about 52 inches. Personally, I like it set to one of the taller height adjustments. I'm 5'4" for reference, and the tallest setting seems comfortable for me. To adjust the height of the treadmill, you can remove the bolt on either upright, then lift or lower the console as desired and screw it back into place. I wish tools weren't required for this adjustment, but I think most households will be fine with keeping it at a set height. The TM007 has short plastic treadmill handles and narrow foot rails. The deck isn't too far off the ground, so it shouldn't be too challenging for most walkers and runners to step up and down from the deck. And this is a folding frame, so if you lift the deck, which is pretty light by the way, the treadmill is just 23.3 inches long then when it's folded, and you save a lot of space. It's also very lightweight, so you can move it around easily. It weighs only 103 pounds, and I have no trouble rolling it on its transport wheels. I also put this treadmill together on my own, and I didn't have any problems. Since this treadmill inclines, you should account for the deck's incline height when determining what ceiling height is necessary for this treadmill. It's 8 inches tall, so you need at least a foot or more than your own height. For example, if you're 6 feet tall, you need a 7-foot tall ceiling. Now moving on to the motor, it is rated as a 4 horsepower motor. Wellfit advises using the TM007 for a maximum of 2 hours at a time and resting it for at least 10 minutes. I think 2 to 4 hours of use per day on this treadmill is more than enough, as it is not a commercial unit. The speed range is from 1 mile to 8.7 miles per hour. Then the incline has 15 levels. I measured the top incline level at about 7.5%. You can also contact Wellfit for more information on how to increase the TM007's incline range, but I'm not a huge fan of this. I wish it just came with that ability already. And to do so, you actually just remove the transport wheel. So it's at a set incline and then it can incline a little bit higher. But let's take a look at the deck now. I measured the running surface and it's about 17.5 inches wide and 43 inches long. For comparison, a typical running treadmill is 20 to 22 inches wide and 60 inches long. Since this one is more compact, you'll probably be more comfortable walking on it, but jogging is okay too. Be mindful of your stride length, and if you have a really long stride, this might not be the best treadmill for you. The deck itself is about 5/8 of an inch thick. This is in line with most affordable treadmills I've encountered, but I'm going to suggest a weight capacity of 265 to 300 pounds for this treadmill, more on the lower end of that range if you're going to be doing a lot of running. Finally, let's cover the motor warranty. It's 3 years for the frame and then 180 days for the rest of the parts. Okay, now we're looking at the console and training options you get with this little treadmill. The console is pretty simple. You have a 6.5-inch LED window. It shows all the metrics you need, including speed, time, distance, incline level, and calories. If you hold the heart rate pulse grips on the treadmill handles, you can also see your heart rate on there. There are plenty of buttons too. You get start, stop, pause, and quick adjust buttons for your incline and speed. There are also these little clicky tactile buttons on the treadmill arms you can use to adjust your speed and incline level. They're small, but since they're tactile, you don't really have to look at them to use them while you're training. Then for storage, there are 4 shallow compartments on the console. I wouldn't set a water bottle on them, but the TM007 does come with a bottle holder that you can screw into the right upright. It sits really low to the ground, so just keep in mind that water might not be as accessible when you're training on this treadmill. You can store your phone on the console though. The treadmill comes with these little sticky rubber pads that you can fix to the console, and they will keep your phone in place. If they get dirty, you can wash them off to reuse them, which is super nice. So the console is Bluetooth, and this allows you to connect your phone in a couple of ways. For one, you can pair it with the Bluetooth speakers to listen to any training or entertainment audio, but probably the coolest way is connecting the TM007 to apps. You don't need a subscription for this treadmill at all. The Wellfit Fitness app is totally free. It has video classes for the treadmills, scenic outdoor runs, events, and structured workouts. You can even design your own workout that the treadmill speed and incline will automatically adjust to match. Because the TM007 is Bluetooth and FTMS compatible, you can also pair it with apps like Zwift, KinoMap, and Peloton. So even though there aren't any onboard programs, you can use both free and paid apps for your training, or just train in manual mode too. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, now let's check out the Wellfit Fitness app. Here we have the home page where you can see your progress towards today's goals. I haven't done anything yet, so no progress there yet. But we do have some of the past workouts that I've done lower down, and then you can see some health and fitness metrics there too. But if we go over to the workouts tab, that's where all the interesting stuff lives. We've got free run, smart run, target run, real scenery run, and custom scheme. You can also change from running to cycling to rowing here at the top if you have different Wellfit equipment. Let's go into free run to see what that looks like. So here we've got some cool graphics. You can actually change this to whatever you'd like. You can also control your incline and speed settings here, and the treadmill will automatically adjust. Again, you can choose different backgrounds. We'll go out of that workout so we can take a look at Smart Run. So here we have 3 different categories. We've got Novice Zone, Slim and Sculpt, and Rapid Fat Burn. And then we've got a rating along the side to show you how difficult it is and a little bit of an overview of each workout. Then Target Run, you can select a distance, duration, and calorie target, and then use the little slider to specify what you want your goal to be. Real Scenery Run is next, and this is probably the most exciting one in my opinion, because you have these different workout videos from Indonesia, Malaysia, and Australia. Let's take a look and see what one of these looks like. So you've got these 3D virtual locations here, so as you progress through the workout, the video will progress to show you the route. And it's recording your speed, time, calories, and distance there at the bottom. And then you also have a tracker off to the right side of where your progress is in the workout. And then custom scheme, that's where you can go to create your own workout. So you can set up your own time, speed, and incline settings here for interval training. And then we also have exciting challenges here, so we'll take a look at those. So here's an example where you can see the overview of how difficult the challenge is, what it involves, and then also how other Wellfit members are participating. All sorts of different challenges to choose from and feel like you're a part of the Wellfit community. Then last down here, we have recommended courses. So these are going to be like trainer-led video workouts. And then again, you get a little bit of an overview here of what the workout entails. Then our final tab is just your profile, where you can adjust your settings, create your profile picture. But the best part about this app is that it's free. You do not have to pay to use any of the features on the Wellfit Fitness app. It connects right to your treadmill and can upgrade your workouts. All right, let's check out how the TM007 performs when I'm walking and running on it. Right now, I do have it set to the highest setting. I'm 5'4" for reference. I think personally, I'd actually set it down just like a couple levels lower just to keep these handles more out of the way, but I wanted to show you what the highest setting looked like. So let's get started. You're probably able to hear that the treadmill beeps when you get it started. It'll also beep when I adjust the speed and incline. You can't turn that setting off, so just keep it in mind. The starting speed is 0.6 miles per hour. So let's go a little bit faster here. All right, 3 miles per hour there. I hear a little bit of motor noise, but it's not too bad. The foot noise is fairly quiet, which I appreciate. I did have a little bit of that belt thumping when I first assembled the treadmill, and that's just something that happens when the belt is really tight because the treadmill is so new. So if you notice that, just know that that will break in and then it'll go away. All right, let's crank up this speed here. It's got a quick adjust button at 6 miles per hour, so let's go there. All right, we'll go a little bit faster here. So that's 7.5 miles per hour. And I am keeping a shorter stride. If you are really tall with a long stride, be wary. Just this is a shorter deck, so you don't have as much room to work with. We'll drop the speed back down. And you get a nice slow adjustment. That makes the treadmill feel super smooth and safer so that you don't accidentally speed up way too fast and then don't have time to adjust. All right, let's see the incline. So there's 15 incline levels. Each one is about 0.5%. Okay, so the incline does look a little bit more subtle, but you can definitely feel it. About 7.5% at the top here. And it feels pretty stable. I was really impressed. The incline on more affordable treadmills sometimes is a giveaway that the frame isn't that sturdy, but this one has been great. I can even do a little bit of a jog on it just so you can see. Yeah, look at that. It's pretty nice. All right. And that is the TM007 for you. The Wellfit TM007 is pretty affordable, so I think it's a great option for beginners. With how compact and easy to move it is, I think you could use it in an apartment or other small space. If you had a friend's help, you could even carry it upstairs. I had no problems pushing this one around the studio or putting it together myself. I like the variety of training options it has. The speed range and incline are nice and automatic. You don't have to manually adjust the incline, which is always a concern of mine at this price point. Overall, the TM007 is pretty simple, but the Bluetooth features really take it up a notch. Let me know in the comments what questions you have and what you think of this one. You can also check out my written review, which we will have linked in the description for you. This is Treadmill Review Guru. I'm Kaylee. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.